The last time that Michigan won a national championship was back in '97. So let's get the hype going right now with Derick Hutchinson from clickondetroit.com. You're reading everything that he is writing, not only about Michigan football, but also the Lions. Hey, Derick, it's good to see you. So if we look back in history, this could be the first time for Michigan to win a national championship since the BCS, right?
Yeah, and it's the first time that Michigan's actually played in a national championship game ever. Because the last time they won the title, it was just you play your bowl game and then the polls play it out. So that's why I think this is the biggest game in Michigan football history, because it's the first time that they're actually, if they win, they are for sure a national champion. Nobody can dispute it.
All right, so you are standing just like about 2 feet from your desk from where you're working and writing, and this is really the hub of the newsroom where everyone is walking by and talking about football right now. What are the main things that Michigan fans are either excited about or a little worried about going into the game on Monday night?
Well, if we're going to start with worried, it's Michael Penix, obviously. I mean, this guy was almost a Heisman winner. We're familiar with him. The last time we played him, Michigan was kind of down in the dumps. It was rock bottom in the 2020 season, but now here they are meeting up again. Penix almost won the Heisman. Michigan is playing for a national championship. So it's kind of it's been a weird week, because on one hand, you're celebrating the Rose Bowl win, which is arguably the biggest win in program history, but then you need to turn around and play the national championship game. So it's a spot that Michigan fans have never been in the playoff era, but it's a really fun spot to be in.
I love seeing everything that, Hobie was showing us at the airport, because Michigan fan not only was like, I'm going out to the Rose Bowl, but all of a sudden people are throwing credit cards out and they're like, now I'm going to Houston. A couple of days later. What has that been like, I think, for Michigan fans, the excitement of saying, this could be a once-in-a-lifetime for me?
Yeah, you never know if you're going to get back, right?
Yeah.
Like next year, college football is going to look completely different. There's going to be a bunch of new teams in the Big Ten. There's going to be 12 teams in the playoffs, so it could get a lot harder to win a national championship. So I think a lot of Michigan fans are just saying, I'm going to do whatever it takes to make this happen. I know people who are flying into a bunch of different airports. One of my friends considered driving 20 hours to Houston to make this work. So it's been a little bit hectic, because you only have, 6 days to really get there in between.
Yeah.
But whatever you have to do to make it happen. Exactly.
Call the boss and say, look, I'm needing some time. All right, so Derick, you're going, actually, right?
Yep.
You're heading out there. Let me ask you this, and is it too early? Because I've heard on some podcasts and, of course, some national reports kind of looking at the Harbaugh question, already kind of going beyond to Tuesday morning and saying, what could Harbaugh's future be with this program? What are you kind of, listening to and thinking about?
I'm going to tell you the number one thing that I know for sure. If you aren't hearing the news from Jim Harbaugh, you aren't hearing it from someone who knows, okay? The only person who knows for sure what Jim Harbaugh is going to do is him, maybe, his family members. But we've done this every year. And what I've learned, the number one thing I've learned is you can't believe all of the reports, all the smoke, people trying to guess what he's doing based on hiring an agent or what he says in post games. You just have to wait and see what Jim Harbaugh does. I can guarantee, knowing how he is, that he is hyper focused on Washington. He is not thinking about what happens on Tuesday. So don't get caught up in it. Enjoy that Michigan's in the national championship game.
Yeah, ignore that noise right now. We've got plenty of time to talk about that later. All right, Derick Hutchinson, hey, have fun.
Of course,
have a blast
How can you not?
this weekend. Okay, and Derick has been part of our coverage all season long. And of course, Bernie Smilovitz and Hobie Artigue is going to be there to bring you all of the action live from Houston. So Monday night at 6:30 p.m., only on Local 4, a 30-minute Chase for the Championship special. Player interviews, super fan stories you're not going to want to miss. That is Monday, 6:30 p.m. right here on Local 4 and Local 4 Plus. It is going to be an awesome weekend. All right.